Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode on the AfterLife server. Gosh, it feels really good to be back at my station after being away for so long in the Halloween town. And actually, speaking of Halloween being over, waha, I'm back to normal. Feels good to be in colour again. Now, I have been neglecting my base for a little bit, although when I came back, I brought a whole bunch of stuff back from the mansion that I knew was mine, such as some crying obsidian, and that really finishes that off quite nicely. Now, I have a bunch of jobs that I super need to get on with over here. One of them involves these guys, because I realized that I'm obviously not getting the best kind of prices from villagers, and I've been watching a lot of Logical Geek Boys tutorials. What is that? Someone's left me a present. I love presents. I hope it's a present. Thank you for indulging in my crazy storylines, KB. Aw, KB! Aw, KB! Dressed in Miss Black. I love that the shulker box is also black. That is amazing. Aw, that's so nice of him. Considering I spend so much money at his shops as well. And a shulker box. Boy, do I love a shulker box. That's completely derailed me. But anyway, obviously, guys, this place is seriously, unfinished. Poor old Mr. G doesn't have a comfortable place apart from this, gold block to stand. This monstrosity of a concrete farm is still here, and it's made of dirt and netherrack, which is, possibly the worst combination for any building. And also, I do need to kind of get on with kind of farms and things, because I don't really have any automation, and it's a bit of a pain to have to give all my money to everybody else. Now, whilst I was working on the mansion, I did pop back over here and do a few little jobs kind of to that end, because I thought, you know what, if I stay over at the mansion and work on that for too long, I'm going to become burnt out fairly quickly. So I've actually added, little glitchy there, I've actually added this farm onto this kind of building here, which is quite funny actually, because you have to come all the way around the side to get into it. So I might need to come up with a better entrance, and this is part of my grander kind of farm automation. I mean, this is purely aesthetic, obviously, but there are going to be farms underneath it. One of those farms is actually a villager breeder, which is something that I know that I've needed for a while, because, breeding them kind of casually just takes quite a long time, and I'd quite like to have, a big stock of villagers. So I thought, let's watch a couple of tutorials. I watched Logical Geek Boys, so that was pretty good. Designed it in creative, and then used Lightmatica to bring it into this world. I don't think Lightmatica is supposed to be used underground, though. Well, this is an absolute mess. It was a good idea in theory, but it meant that I had to dig up quite a lot of stuff to get it to work. But, in the end, I did actually manage to make myself a villager breeder, and even put some villagers in it. All right, villager breeder is almost done. I just need to add one last little bit of water, encase it with glass, and put a little rail system here to get them out, and go get some villagers. Right, lads, you're coming with me. We actually have a great data pack on the server that means I can do this. Aha! I got one. Come here, you. Come here. Yes. Come, my friends, to your new indentured servitude. Right, boys, I've made you a nice little soft landing. Just down this hole here. If you would just step this way. Yep, right this way. Thank you very much. And let go of the leads. Let go of the leads. Whoop. Oh dear, what job have you taken on? Oh, you're just sparkling for no reason. Okay, enjoy your sparkling. Why are you sparkling? I guess he's really happy about his new home. So here we are, guys. This is the completed villager breeder. Now, there is a little slight problem with it in that sometimes when the little baby villagers grow up, they clip out of this block. But there's actually no way for these guys to escape from in here. So that's not a huge problem. And also because we have that data pack with the leads, they're quite easy to get around. This was supposed to be a rail track, but I don't know how often I'm going to use that. Now, the idea I had was to kind of have free-range-ish villagers, having little market stalls here. And I might still do that just for, the fun kind of aesthetic. But after watching more of Logical Geek Boys tutorials, I realized that I was missing out on kind of the discounts, which involves my least favorite thing, catching a zombie. But I have a little idea on how to do that. But first of all, I'm going to position whereabouts I want the actual trading post to be, so I can have a nice little line of farmers, and they're all going to accept wheat. Okay, so here's the design. Now, again, I've run into the same problem I did with the villager breeder. Part of this is actually underground, which is where all the kind of mechanics and stuff are, and the zombie as well. You have to ignore the villager. He's not really there. He isn't a Lightomatica villager. So I am going to need to do a bit of digging to kind of figure out like what the underground placements are, but the top half should be pretty simple enough. I just now need to go and get all the resources. This is where we're at so far, but I kind of got a little bit distracted by this guy turning up, and got myself a few more of these lovely, delicious mini blocks. He's selling a lodestone, which is like one of the more expensive items in the game. I think he's selling a block of netherite as well. Let's have a look and see what you got, mate. I actually didn't have enough gunpowder, and I haven't actually got any end stone, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, block of netherite, very expensive, and a lodestone. I don't have any mycelium or a bee's nest, so that's something to look out for in the future. And I don't actually need people's heads anymore, which is a shame, because I enjoy buying people's heads. Anyway, enough distractions, let's finish this. So I've reached this point where I've done everything above, just kind of ignore where it's red. I decided to use different half slabs, I don't really care. And now I've got to do the underneath bit, which is going to involve some redstone and sticky pistons. Now I don't actually have any slime, and I don't know who might sell. Oh, there is a slime shop actually, now that I'm thinking about it, in town, so I'm gonna need to get that. I'm gonna need to get some of these levers, that's the word. But do you know what I'm gonna do instead at the moment is I'm gonna procrastinate, and I'm gonna finish off the rest of this wheat field, and then we'll go get some sticky pistons. Right, I'm done procrastinating. Now I need to find... I know there is a slime shop here, but I wonder... This one here looks like it might be a redstone shop. So, slime or sticky pistons? Whee! Oh, I missed. Let's try that again. Yay! I'm going to shop here because it's GP's shop. Does he have sticky pistons? Yeah, that looks like a sticky piston. 2 diamonds per stack. Yeah, I guess we'll have that. Do we press the button? Press the button? Ooh. Oh, it's only 16. Wow, that's more than enough, I suppose. I suppose, like, yeah, that is quite difficult to get. Let's pay him. There you are, GP, 2 diamonds. It was 2 diamonds, wasn't it? I have to double check. I also noticed that when I opened my inventory that my boots have taken an absolute battering. I'm going to need to put mending on them. And also, like, my helmet broke, so I had to make a new one. Sad. We need some mending. Okay, so I should be able to stick this in. And if I attach the redstone dust, right, okay, then we need to turn this bad boy on. Yes, and then that should extend, and because it's a sticky piston, if we do this, It should pull the block with it. Yeah, it has done. Yay, it works! Not only does it work, but I have actually managed to get all of the villagers in, and as you can see, something has happened to them. And that's because my good friend KB helped me to mostly successfully get a zombie into here.
Spammy.
Yeah, they're both after you. Yeah, you can trap them inside the trapdoors like this.
Oh, another one. I have nothing on this side to keep them in there.
You just
Go
pop,
back
just,
in
oh yeah, you need to just pop up a trapdoor.
I'm dead.
Oh dear. Oh
Right.
dear. Oh god, they're everywhere. There's loads of them. There's like a ton of them after you. Get in the building, KB. Hang on, what am I doing?
Oh, there's one in there.
Is there?
Yeah, there's one in there.
All right, okay. Let's flip up the trapdoor on the other side.
Yeah, there's one in there.
We got him! We got him! Run! Run! Run for your life! Right, I'm gonna try and name this guy. Over you come. Albert! I got him! I got Albert! Ooh. Apparently they can get to the villager there. Interesting. I took everything off me so I had no weapons or anything. Right, zombie cleanup. Oh, there's two of them in there. Okay, there's Albert and there's another one.
And you did drop the trapdoors, right?
Oh no, there's another one over here. There's loads of them! Oh wow, I'm really low on health. I'm gonna eat some zombie flesh. Oh, I'm dead. Deary me. Deary me. He best not have picked up any of my weapons. Since KB and I caught that zombie, there have been many trials and tribulations, let me tell you. Hoo-hoo! I'm super smart, okay, which is why I thought it would be a really good idea to dunk all the villagers down and zombify them. Then, of course, I remembered that zombified villagers actually despawn. So KB came through for me and actually went and got some name tags for these villagers. Now, I don't know why. I think I was just a little bit crazy at the time from having to catch that zombie and everything else. But because the zombie back there is called Alfred, I decided to name these guys after different Saxon kings. So the challenge is, if you're an AfterLife member, you are welcome to come and use my villagers if you can pronounce their names. So this is Ethelred the Unready. Well, we've got Ethelbert of Kent, Ethelwald Aisling, or Easling maybe, Ethelhelm, Ethelfleed, which I think is a woman's name actually, but you know, we don't judge, and Wulfrith of Wessex. So I don't know why I did that. Maybe if I get a next set, we'll name them after Viking kings like Knut. Some great names. But yeah, it was a little bit tragic. Now, obviously, you can see the villagers are not zombified because I went through, again, more trials and tribulations to try and get some gold. Firstly, I tried mining for the gold, which if anyone has played Minecraft will know that is a pain in the bum and you do not find very much. So at that point, I was starting to get a little bit desperate and kind of went through a lot of my treasure goods and began smelting them, which again, doesn't give you a lot of gold. So I ended up kind of asking on the Discord server if any of the other AfterLife members had a gold farm that I could use, and who should come through for me but the amazing Justin L. So this is Justin's rather incredible gold farm, and what you do is you AFK up here and the piglins just die. Which is unfortunately what happened to me when I was AFK here. I flew down here and nutted myself on his farm and actually died, but luckily got all of my stuff back. Now I thought it would be a bit rude to just come over here and take some of the gold, so actually what I did was 2 about 8-hour AFK sessions, which yielded a fair amount of gold. I've actually already helped myself in the sunshine handbag to a few stacks of gold, and I've been trading with my villagers already, which is why I have so many emeralds. Yeah, and I mean, at one point Justin said to me he was worried that I had actually overflowed the system because I think the gold was like all the way down here. And you have to stand here tediously for ages making it into bars and then making it into blocks, but otherwise like it's pretty amazing. Now, I said to him that I would quite like to have unrestricted access to the gold farm because I myself would one day like to have these guys. He's mad because I've just opened my shulker box. But yeah, and because they produce some tasty stuff. I love the way he's organized this actually. If you have a look, like that tells you that this one is like black stone and then this one is gravel. You can just about see it there. And then for like really weird ones, he's got like a magma block for the fire charges. Now, I'm never ever going to need like this many resources, but I would occasionally like to come and have a little bit of gold. And I said that in exchange, I would do his nether tunnel for him. So Justin's nether tunnel is looking a little bit sad at the moment. I've already kind of made a start because I wanted to know how much room there was before you get there, and I made this funky little staircase. So I've kind of like begun to plan out a room, and this is what we've got to work with so far. Now I've gathered up some resources, and I think I have a pretty good design in mind. It's not too long, it's only about 160 blocks. So I think, guys, let's roll the music and get started. And with that, the redstone tunnel is finished. Look at this robot. Look at his little face. I'm a redstone robot. I'm most proud of this part because it's got the respawn anchor in it, which actually goes really nicely with the crying obsidian. And I just snuck a little crafting table in there so that he can use that, like, if he needs to, as like a little kind of loading station. And then we have the access up to the nether roof up there, and then obviously the tunnel down here. Now, as you can see, it is all finished. It actually took me 3 hours on stream on Saturday night to do all this. Thank you everyone who came along. If you want to see the VOD, it should still be up for a little bit. But yeah, I think my favorite part of this is the alternating faces. We've got a surprised face, a grumpy face, and a happy face. I always forget what they're actually called. I know they're like dispensers and droppers and stuff, but to me they are just faces. We ran into one small problem in that Kyle Blaine's tunnel is just behind here, so he now has some redstone blocks that is intersecting into his tunnel. This one was like right up against one of his pillars and I felt bad, so like that one is not lit, so there's no redstone behind it, but the rest of them all are. So there's just like one odd unlit lamp, which I don't know if Justin will notice or not. But anyway, I hope he enjoys this because I had an absolute blast building this. It was a fantastic time. However, it is now time to head back to my own base and my own villagers to sort of see what I've got going on over here. I've had a lot of thinking time about what I'm going to do with my base, and I think I'm going to have myself a pretty full complement of villagers. I'm just now kind of thinking about where to put them. Oh, hello. A little bit of lag on the server. It's okay. We're okay. Now, one of the ideas I have is actually to pop these guys out of here and kind of use this as the zombification station, I guess, because the villages are only just like underground. They're not too difficult to get up here. And then maybe actually go with my idea of having like little stalls where they're kind of like selling their wares and I can sell them all the pumpkins and melons from downstairs. But anyway, guys, I'm afraid that is all we've got time for in this episode. I did not think I was going to get all of this done today, but there you go. We managed to build a nether tunnel and get the villager trading up and started. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any ideas for like what I can do next in terms of my villagers, please drop them down in the comments below. I always like to hear what people think. And do head over to my Twitch channel because I'm going to be streaming a little bit more often just to get some of these like larger projects and things done. But otherwise, guys, I'll catch you in the next episode. See ya!